Over the last decade, the number of fatal road accidents in Cambridgeshire has gone down, but since 2014, the number of collisions that have resulted in deaths on roads in the area has been increasing. Now, there are 6% more fatalities than 2 years ago.
Sure. Well, since 2014, where we had quite an all-time low for Cambridgeshire Police, we had 28 fatal road traffic collisions throughout our county, and then going up to 2015, where we went up to 42. So it is a bit of an increase in the number of fatals. But as I said, 2014 was a bit of an all-time low, a bit of a blip. And this year so far we've had 35 fatal road traffic collisions, and that's going from sort of new year to new year.
There are a number of factors that contribute to a road accident resulting in death, but more often than not, it is down to the actions of the driver.
Largely, the number of fatal road traffic collisions can be attributed to a driver, and then within that there are four reasons. There's speed, mobile phone use, impairment through drink or drugs, and then people not wearing seatbelts. Impairment in terms of drink and drugs does feature quite largely, but mobile phones we're seeing an increase in it as well.
The police are urging people to think about their actions whilst behind the wheel and plan their journeys.
As it is always, it's people, you need to wear your seatbelts, you need to turn off your mobile phones or switch them to silent and ignore the fact that they're there. You need to adhere to speed limits, not treat them as a target but drive appropriately, and don't drink and drive and don't do drugs and drive.
And now a local councillor is calling for central government to do more to reduce the number of driving fatalities in Cambridge.
Well, in terms of policing locally, they've got a problem because the money that comes from government has been cut substantially. So I don't blame the local police. They're left in a near impossible position. The real responsibility lies with government. We believe there was a big change under the last government, the coalition government, when basically the number of traffic police fell dramatically. And you can see that in the number of fixed penalty notices that have been issued in Cambridgeshire. I think back in 2010 it was somewhere over 2,340. And the most recent figures are just 340. So you can see basically the police have stopped enforcing. And what this has meant is that particularly mobile phone usage, and we've seen some particular tragedies recently, people are thinking they can get away with it. And that, we think, is the underlying problem. So it's the cuts to the traffic police in particular that we will want to see reversed.
Charlotte Winfield for That's Cambridge.